Hey, what's up guys, it's Jakeem the Nerdy Python, and today we're going to be talking some Captain Marvel spoilers. I want to start this film a second time just to kind of confirm my stance on it, and did I enjoy it as much this time around, guys? To be honest, no I did not. I'm not going to talk to you about that as I give you a play-by-play rundown on the film from start to finish. So the film starts off with Carol dreaming of her life on Earth, which she wakes up from and decides to seek counsel from Jude Law's character Ian Robb. The film did great here as we get some nice character introduction and world building on the Kree world Hala. There was a lot of well-placed humor between the two of them, and the choreography of their fight training looked very good and believable. So she then seeks counsel from the Supreme Intelligence, the AI leader of the Kree world, who sort of embodies different personas based on the individual. So her version of the Supreme Intelligence takes the form of a middle-aged woman, who we later find out is Mar-Vell based on the comic book character of the same name, and it pretty much gives her the whole keep your emotions in check lecture before sending her off on her first mission. At that point, the film also does great as we finally get to see, the Kree military structure, and we're introduced to different members of her team. More notably, Korath from Guardians of the Galaxy, and also Minerva, who is the actual only female of the group before Carol herself joined Star Force. I love that they gave Korath a lot more depth and personality in this film, as he sort of engages in lighthearted dialogue with the rest of the team, and he definitely feels a lot more at home and fleshed out as a character, unlike he did as an all-out villain in Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's a nice sense of suspense that builds up as Star Force has to look for a Kree hostage on a border planet, and and they all look awesome and badass in uniform as the helmets spawn on their face for protection. All the weapons were cool and over the top, especially the ones that Jude Law wielded, which were these gauntlets that pretty much made him a superhero in his own right, because they pretty much gave him telekinetic powers. So the Kree tech was definitely an awesome addition to this film. The mission goes south as Carol's tricked by the Skrull leader Talos, played by Ben Mendelsohn, who takes her aboard their ship to extract intel. The movie is still pretty much fun and engaging at this point, as Carol fights her way off the ship with the lock still on her hand, and she has to pretty much release them by, hitting them and banging them against Skrulls, which I just thought was an awesome addition to the film. She manages to escape the ship and crash lands on Earth into the blockbuster that we've seen in the trailers, and this is kind of where the 90s pop culture references start taking place. There's a part where she walks up to the mall security guard and asks him where, she can find like communications tech, and when he pointed, I already knew, lo and behold, Radio Shack, which is like another great chain back in the 90s for like, electronics. And I'm kind of surprised because I do remember there was like a Radio Shack on every block out here in Orlando, and I don't even know if they're still around or not, but that's just kind of just another connection I was able to make from it. She eventually meets up with young Nick Fury and Phil Coulson, and the film turns into a buddy cop action as they look for clues about Wendy Lawson, aka Mar-Vell, and her version of the Supreme Intelligence. So it wasn't until she met back up with her old friend Maria and we take a walk down memory lane that the film dramatically slows. So I was dozing off in and out for like a good 15 to 20 minutes, just trying my best to stay awake, but but physically I just couldn't do it, and finally ended up falling asleep for like a good 5 to 10 minutes. So I wake back up at the time that the pace of the film starts again, and we learn that the Skrulls were pretty much after an energy core that Mar-Vell kept in the laboratory. And we learn that the Skrulls were actually the good guys and the Kree were like the oppressors. Carol then tells Maria's daughter Monica that she was kind of starting to feel a little conflicted about wearing the Kree colors, given all the info that she found out about who they were and their true motives, and she pretty much lets her do the honors of changing the colors of the outfit, which they did so with her wrist controls, and I just thought that was pretty cool. She pretty much toggles through different color schemes of the outfit. I don't know if anybody else picked on it, but I also noticed a few references to other MCU characters like Iron Man and Thanos. When the suit turned red and gold, I definitely connected with Iron Man, and also it turned black and purple, or not black and purple, but black and gold, or was it like a dark purple and gold, and which definitely hinted at Thanos. So I was really glad to see that. I thought that was pretty cool, and I wonder if anybody else picked up on that. If you did, let me know down in the comments. So the final act ensues, and the film's at its climax with action and stunning visuals as Carol takes down Kree forces, sporting her new colors and glowing in binary form. And I really love the addition of her Mohawk helmet because it looks really good and really adds a uniqueness to her character. That's pretty much it for plot spoilers, so now let's move on to the individual things we need to cover. First off, the cat Goose was actually an alien, which I've been speculating since the second trailer, and I knew it because something just seemed off about the cat, and based off a comment that somebody left on my reaction. The actual creature was like a tentacled alien that was helping them store the Tesseract, which was the gem of the film that everybody was after. Let's talk about the music. Right off the jump, we're here with feminine-inspired tracks from the 90s. What a Man by Sgt. Pepper's being played by the security guard at the beginning of the film added some great humor, And also one of my personal favorites, Waterfalls by TLC, is playing as she's riding a motorcycle throughout the town. Also, Maria, played by Lashana Lynch, was introduced with the song You Gotta Be by Desiree, which really meshed well with her character as a strong heroine. I really love that song that played during Carol's last battle on Mar-Vell's ship, which really added a fun vibe to the sequence and gave it life. And yes guys, Stan Lee is in this film. They even paid tribute to him by having the Marvel Studios logo opening up with all his cameo roles, which I thought was really amazing. And it showed just how much they respected him as the father of this universe. He also showed up on the train, hiding his face behind a newspaper while Carol was looking for the scroll, and at that point everybody just applauded. Guys, all in all, I left the theater after seeing this film the second time a little bit disappointed, not because the film was bad, but just that I expected it to be even better the second time around, which they typically are, because I did see both Infinity War and Black Panther about 4 times in theaters. And you know, with each time the film only got better and better to me. So with Captain Marvel being the 21st film in the MCU, it should still live up to that same expectation. And I do agree with those who say that it would have made a better Phase 1 film. Do I feel like I need to see the film again at this point? Not so much. But I do know that I'll be compelled to watch it again just for the sake of some MCU nostalgia. As far as I'm concerned, all the cast did a great job in their roles, and Brie Larson killed it as Captain Marvel, and I can't wait to see her in future films. None of that was a problem. It's just the fact that at this point an MCU film could be boring just completely astounds me. I stand by what I said in my spoilers-free review and give the film a 3.5 out of 5 snake ass as my final score, and I still do highly recommend that everybody go out and see it. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this spoilers review. Did you see Captain Marvel yet? What did you think? Comment down below. If you like this video, you know what to do. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you tap that bell for notifications. There's also links to my social media down in the description below. And as always, Nerdy Python is out of here.